Hey, welcome back. If it's a new one, new episode. Hey, just thought I'd give an update of my recent surgeon appointment. Sorry, my mind doesn't think the minute I put the camera on. Okay, so it turns out I misheard wrong. Because I'm in the public system, I don't get a double mastectomy with flap repair straight away. It will be a flat mastectomy with both nipples removed and reconstruction in a year, or whenever you get pulled up by the public health system. I got quite shitty at the doctor because they just don't seem to care really. I got sent for an urgent MRI, which I had the next day, and then I don't go back for 6 days, and they didn't even have my results. And then the doctor just didn't seem to care, and he's telling me that he explained everything clearly to me, and he spent over half an hour with me. Well, I'm sorry if you spent half an hour of your time with me on my first ever appointment after being diagnosed with cancer. Oh my God. And no, you didn't explain it clearly to me. I found him to be quite abrupt. When he saw that I was upset, he was a little bit better, but still, I really wish I was private, and I wish I could afford to be private, but I'm not. So I did try and get him to explain things to me, but he still really didn't. But I still will go ahead with the double mastectomy. He can't keep my nipples because they can't do the repair for so long, and it just can't be done. So I'm losing my left nipple for no reason, really. So now I'm trying to come to terms that I will be chestless, basically, for at least a year. I love my boobs. They're a big part of who I am, but I can see myself, I do imagine myself to embrace this. And at times I will not wear a prosthetic. At times I will. But yeah, so that's set for the 9th of March, 3 weeks from that date. So today is, I don't even know what today is. Oh, here we go. February the 18th. So it's just under 3 weeks till I have a double mastectomy. The breast nurse I had, to be honest, wasn't as good as the breast nurse I had last week. Last week's nurse was just so caring and nice, and even when you correspond with her in text and emails, you can still feel that with her, where this other one I went to is an NP, nurse practitioner, and that's all I could feel from her was nurse practitioner. I couldn't feel that breast care nurse care. I don't know how to explain it. She's just abrupt, not in a rude way, but just, even in her text, she's abrupt. Yeah, so Tuesday's appointment was pretty shit in that sense of how I felt. I don't know. I guess they just forget that my whole world's falling down. I'm just another patient. Oh, okay, so we did tell the children. I got about 2 words out before I started crying, so my husband told them. Their reactions were pretty much as expected with all 3 of them. It was pretty much how I expected, which is good. I guess it means I know my children. But I've told them that where possible we will be completely open and honest with them from this point. And reassured them that it is a good cancer. It is, everything's positive at this point. And yeah, and I want us to all look at it as a, you know, it's all of our journey, and it's not a bad thing. I've told them that I want, by the time I cut my boobs off, I want it to be a good thing. I want to be glad for them to be gone, because these are what hung cancer. So it's not sad that they're going. It's a positive thing, and just trying to get my mindset into that way. Actually, another thing with the doctor. Sorry, I'm backtracking. First of all, they didn't get my MRI results, so they did eventually come through. So he said the CT's fine, which is good. So no metastases. And then the MRI comes through, and he looks at it and he goes, "Yeah, that's fine," and doesn't tell me anything. Looks to his nurse, or I don't think it was his nurse actually, I think it was his lower, like he's the top doctor and then they're the next ones down or whatever, and starts talking about getting ultrasounds and all that on blah blah blah, and suspicious, and I don't think it is, I think it's benign, but we'll get ultrasounds anyway, and just so blasé about it. And so I actually did ask for the results because he wasn't telling me anything. He told me everything was okay. I get the results and I have a lymph node on this side, which is the opposite side, which is 15 millimeters. They should only be 10 millimeters. When I went into them at breast screen, this is where I'm tender. And now I've got a 15 millimeter lump there. Node is swollen to 15 millimeters, sorry. And he says, "Oh, it looks benign, I'm not worried." And then I have another one on this side, smaller. But this one, they're just going to investigate when I have my mastectomy. My mastectomy. This one, they do want an ultrasound. I was supposed to go today, but that didn't happen because I'm in the public system. Sorry, what was I saying? Just like that, I'll lose my mind of track. So yes, they just want to ultrasound this one, and then they will decide if they want to biopsy it. I'm going to push for a biopsy, explaining to them that this one did not look cancerous, and it is, and this one doesn't feel cancerous, and it is. So the fact that and the fact that it was tender in that area, I want it biopsied. I think they would be stupid not to biopsy it, to the point that if they don't, I will go to my GP and get a referral and pay privately to get it biopsied. Because I am concerned about that. That will change everything if there's something in that. So I think that's just about it. We're just waiting for this ultrasound. I still haven't seen an oncologist. I still haven't seen anyone. They told me eventually I will get gene testing. I don't know when that happens. After I have surgery, I will get fitted for a prosthesis and all that sort of stuff. I do have a pre-hospital phone appointment next week. And that's going to be apparently like 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to be talking to everyone from anaesthetics to OT to physio to diet to pharmacy. Apparently I'm talking to everyone that day. So I'm actually going to record that because I'm at home and it's on the phone, so I'll record that, so if there's anything I need I can listen to it. And other than that, I think they said I just wait for surgery. It just seems weird. Like, is this normal in Australia, in the public system, that okay, so from diagnosis to surgery will be 7 weeks, and I don't see an oncologist until after, unless of course it does come positive in my nodes, and then I'm assuming everything will change. I'm assuming that's when chemo will be talked about, because we're still only at a 40% chance of that, so that's good. That's still in our favour. So yeah, so I hope this journal taking vlog, I don't know what I'm calling this, I don't know what it is helpful to other people. I know that I'm out there searching for people's, just to listen to you talk, honestly, to hear how you're feeling and to hear what you're going through. Like, I know that everyone's cancer and everyone's breast cancer is very, very specific, but it still just helps listening to other people's journeys. So I will update where I feel appropriately that it needs updating. I don't know if I'll do them in one session or little bits added. I don't really want to edit because I'm lazy. So you'll basically just be getting unedited. This is me and this is what you get. So yeah, welcome along for my journey for as long as it takes. I'm going to assume it's going to take at least a year. Yeah, welcome.